All right, so let's get straight into it. Just so that chat is aware and that everybody's on the same page. We're going to be doing some Luca-centric stuff to get him caught up in the timeline to the things that were supposed to happen last session upon him touching the hate crystal and a bunch of other stuff like that. All right, Rox, are you ready?
Yes, I have a pen and paper.
All right, let's do this.
I'm ready. Also, the group call was Breathe Carolina.
What?
It's the boy group I talked about before, but keep going.
What the fuck?
I'm drawing spirals on my notebook.
You hear that yet?
It's loading. Does anyone else hear it?
I just heard a note.
Yeah, I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I hear it.
Yeah.
All right, Luca, come with me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, no.
Luca, as you grip the crystal and you feel the errant hatred flowing through it, you can feel it spark within you, twisting and embedding itself deeper and deeper within your uncorrupted form. As each vein goes deeper, the crevice within yourself, the separation between yourself and Kaeton, seems to deepen. Bit by bit, you can feel this energy being separated. You can feel the pieces of yourself being twisted and torn, as hate is not a gentle energy. However, eventually, you can feel that in this miasmic chaos of emotion, there is a singularity, a point in which all these roads of emotion cross. And there, you feel yourself fall. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Until finally, you find that you cannot ignore the pulsating within. Your eyes open, but you are not here. There is no stone beneath your feet, no sky above your head. There is only an infinite darkness, and from you, a small light begins to glow.
Oh.
What do you do?
Okay. Complete darkness. First thing Luca would do is call out.
And what do you say?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Your voice echoes into the darkness, but there is no response. At least at first. You could feel a rumbling in the air around you. Your form begins to move forward, almost as if you are moving at a rapid pace. Across black glass, the ground leaves no sort of form or fissure for you to denote how quickly, or even if you are moving at all. The sensation of movement, however, is undeniable. The air grips at your flesh, and you fly towards an unknown destination. Until finally, you find yourself floating before a great pillar of light, red and black with hatred. Around it, you can see that there are other pillars of light of different translucent colors, you recognize them for what they are. They are the emotions that focus your very body and mind and soul. However, the hatred is engorged, expanded, and threatening to break free of its binds. And standing before it, you can see Kaoton, a shadowy representation of himself. But you see others there as well. Other shadows. The shadows appear to be similar to you in build, and each of their faces are covered, but each one denoting a different path. Your wisdom allows you to realize what these things are. They are the representations of your potential. And indeed, the most likely path you might choose. You stand before the pillar. What do you do?
So, he's standing in front of the red one right now.
Red and
which
black.
is where Kaoton, the red and black one.
Mm-hmm.
Red and Kaoton's shadowy form is in front of it.
As are several of your own.
Oh, okay. Is it the other colors or the other stones? Can I denote like what emotions those are linked to?
Sure. You can see all sorts of different emotions. Compassion, sorrow, pleasure.
Okay. What are their colors?
So, sorrow is blue with a dash of white.
Okay.
Pleasure is pink and red.
Okay.
Compassion is blue and pink. These are lowercase colors.
Lowercase.
Lowercase
Okay.
colors, by the way.
Okay.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea.
Was that passion or compassion?
Compassion.
Oh, compassion. Okay. Blue and pink. And those are the only ones I can see? Or are there others?
There are others, but you'd have to leave the hate to go find them.
Oh, okay. Could I do that? I just walk away from the hate to look at the other crystals?
As you move through them, you can see that there is anger, there is fear, there is disgust, there is joy, there is... let's see. Yeah, I mean, basically every emotion is represented here.
Okay. And they're all just like a mixture of like two colors, not just like a solid...
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3 colors, okay. All right. Well, Luca... Well, these crystals by themselves, they're just surrounded by darkness. There's nothing else besides him, the crystal, Kaoton, and other forms of himself. Surrounded by darkness.
So, in this sea of black, each of these pillars of light, which are not crystals, by the way, they're pillars of light.
Oh, pillars of light.
Mm-hmm. They are islands, and islands of light. And around them, there are several different visages of what you presume to be yourself. Kaoton is standing in front of the hatred one.
Okay.
There is no other shadow that is different except one. And that is one of the shadows in front of sorrow is a small teddy bear.
Oh. Oh no, hold on. I have to think for a second. Uh, his eyes linger on sorrow for a long time. Then he looks at Keoton and, feeling heavy, he starts to walk towards him. So, this is where you've been.
There is no response from the shadow. There is only a gesture towards the hatred.
Are you telling me to go forth to it?
There is no response from the shadow, only a gesture towards the light.
Sometimes I wish you would speak to me, so I would know. But if this is one way that I can, if I can find some semblance of an answer, then maybe, surely, this is the way to do it. And he starts to walk towards the hate crystal and gently touch it.
So be it. As you reach out towards the hatred, it begins to swirl around you and pull you within. As you fall within it, there is only an angry noise, distant screams, like a storm in your head. You swirl, caught within hatred's storm, and you are pulled deeper and deeper within it. Around you, the different shadowy vestiges of yourself fade and twist away. And further down. One moment, please.
Oh, the line. Starting to wonder if I made a good decision. No, seeing that teddy bear though, I almost went for it. Oh, where did he go? God, the suspense is killing me. I'm like getting anxious right now. Uh, New map? I assume. I have a hunch. I just got teleported. If there's talking that's supposed to be happening, I do not hear anything.
There's not. He's getting set up, and we're all
Oh,
muted waiting for you.
okay. I'm in.
Are you getting nervous? Are you sweating?
I'm sweating already. I'm wearing my hoodie, and I need to take this off.
I'm so excited for you.
I have no idea where I am. I'm cold. I'm lost.
Roxa IRL is like, hello?
I am. Hello. I'm in my house by myself. Hello.
This is your part of the session, so all of us are just
We vibing.
Road.
Yeah.
No,
We're chilling.
yeah, just you guys chill while I panic. It's fine.
You got this.
It's fine. Totally in a place that doesn't give me the chills.
How do you spell Kaoton? I'm trying to.
K-A-T. K-A-T. Oh my god. K-A-T-O-N.
I thought it was Kaoton.
I thought there was a Y in there.
No. Oh wait, it's K-A. Oh,
It's just
T-O-N.
Katon?
Katon. No, it's K-A-O-T-O-N.
Kaoton. Okay.
Because I was looking at my tag and I spelled it wrong to fit both their names.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I know how to spell. French totally has not messed up my grammar abilities. I wonder if there's any way to know where I am. Do you guys have a guess?
Find out in RP.
Did Arcadum be right back?
I don't know. I'm just waiting.
He's looking in those files again, like last week.
Oh no,
Oh,
the
okay.
ancient files.
Oh, okay.
Luca just starts whistling. Looking around. Oh.
All right. Finally, your fall through darkness comes to its end. Through the ley line, you have reached its core, the source of the hatred, a long binding thread deep within the dragon's memory. You find a great tree, twisted and wrapped around the body of a dragon. Its great head, regal with horns, looks down upon you. Its eyes slowly begin to widen. As a predatory smile spreads across its face. God. I give you only this one warning, Roxa. Be careful what you say.
Okay.
From this point forward, everything you say is in character, and you cannot ask your party for advice. You can only ask me game questions if you'd like, but everything that you say is considered in character. So, I will say again,
Okay.
be careful what you say.
All right.
And you see this.
My heart. Okay.
That's just temporary art until I get the actual art done, but
Okay. Terrifying.
creature before you is a dragon trapped within a tree. Its great and regal horns depicting its age and strength. It looks down upon you with half calcified skin and scale, and an insidious grin will appear across its face.
You're a little lost, aren't you?
Well, I touched one of the crystals, and it led me here. To you.
A conduit, then. Good. Good.
A conduit, you say? Why is that good?
It is good because of what it means you are capable of doing. Not many could venture down here to the coiling strands of hate that foil out from me. A conduit is very fortuitous.
So you are the source. What is happening by the capital?
That is misconception. The hatred pours from me, yes. But I am not the source of the folly of the dying lands. That was decided long ago. It is their own fault.
Whose fault?
My brother and his kin.
Which part of the dragon storm are they from?
All dragons are a part of all storms. A needless labeling. But to answer your question, I am, or was, of the astral storm. Guardian dragons of the astral sea. Before I was bound by my brother.
Pardon if this is direct, but why were you bound? Why are you so far deep down here?
I was bound because I offered truth to their ignorance, to the blindness. My brother had to be bound. There is much to our history that you do not know, human.
That is true. There's much I don't know. But I am willing to learn and to know what me being a conduit, that being fortuitous, could do for fixing this place.
Fix. You wish to heal the dying lands. You're so blind to what needs to be done. But you are ignorant and human. You are not blamed for these things. So I shall enlighten you, conduit. I shall tell you the truth of dragonkind.
Well, Luca takes a seat. He sits crisscross on the ground and listens to...
You have to say the whole thing. Crisscross applesauce.
No, I don't want to. Crisscross applesauce.
Yes, the key
On the
word I was waiting
ground.
for. I'm just kidding.
And listens to the dragon before him and listens to the truth about dragonkind. So what is the truth?
The truth is this. The storm is breaking. The storm is incomplete. For our elders decided it to be so. Fearful they became of what their children might become. Their old, insipid ways, they did not wish to disappear upon their deaths. So they changed the dream. They changed the life stream itself. In their arrogance, they sought to imbue their children with their thoughts, their memories, and their wisdom. Some see this as a blessing. That is what the propaganda would have you believe, but I say the truth. They were cowards, afraid of death, afraid of their frail bodies, and in death and in time's inevitable march towards them. They sought to seal themselves within the minds and souls of their kin, so that they may never fade. And now look around you, madness. Our very governments, requiring a lesser race to decide. Our laws our edicts, for untrustworthy are our eldest. I spoke out against the continuance of this fallen facade, this failed state of existence. At the great table, before the humans were made our arbiters, I spoke against the council. I told my brother he was wrong. I told my sisters they were wrong. I told all that were present that they were wrong. But they did not listen to me. They created humanity instead. And through but a few short generations, the humans proved inferior in all but one capacity: the reciprocation of their emotions, created in the image of dragonkind, their souls. Their souls were like sponges to hate, compassion, cowardice, and glory. All it took was for one to gain the hearts of many, and our dominion ended. There are many that see Cassius's rise as a systemic anomaly. I saw it as an inevitability. I tried to end him before he rose and destroyed us all. But I was stopped by my brothers. I was shown to be an outcast. They accused me of darkness, of crimes against dragonkind. But they were all of them fools. My brother Hisagori bound me within the great tree, and I was subsumed into its roots below. And there I remained. Here I still yet remain. I watched the fall of my kin. I watched the exiled storm, the fall of Emperor, the dying of my kin, unfolded just like I knew it to be. And now, there is you, Conduit, in a unique position you find yourself in.
Can I make a history check to learn about Isagori? Like, do I know who he is if I do history? Or which check would that be?
That'd be history, but it's incredibly unlikely that you'll know who he is.
Okay.
A pretty high DC.
Okay. I would love to try, but the new UI is very weird. I'll just go to my attributes. So history. Why not try? Normal. Yep.
Yeah, you have no idea who the fuck that is.
No, okay, no idea. All right. So you were cast here, in short, for telling the truth, for foreseeing what would happen to your own kind. And now, I'm here with you trying to, well, attempting to fix this problem that your kin has said is wreaking havoc on your realm. So what do you advise? Do we go and try to fix this? Or do we let things be? Should I attempt to free you, if that's possible, to try to make things right? Or let nature run its course? What can I do to help, to change the tides? What do you need from me? Or if I even am needed at all?
As a conduit, you are able to festoon the divine energies. You can release me from my prison. A difficult task, but one that upon its completion would see many wrongs made right.
How would I release you?
There are two keys. One in the physical waking realm, and one within the dream. Within Drakenalm, the waking key can be found in one of my many wardens. You would need to defeat the warden to take the key from his corpse. The second lies within the dream. Held by another warden. Kill both, take both keys, and bring them to the hate. And I shall be free.
What would you do as soon as you're free? I'm only asking because I could free you, but there are other things that you could do besides right the wrongs. As he air quotes this. I don't know if releasing you is entirely a good thing, but also if it's a necessary thing to mend the rights or the wrongs of this realm, then I would like to know exactly what I'm gonna get myself into releasing you and the consequences of this.
I would right the wrongs perpetrated by my kin. That is a task whose list is great and long. But the first would to seek audience with my brother, to convince him that he is wrong.
Okay. Luka sits for a second and tries to meditate to himself, thinking over what the dragon had said, but also thinks to himself and looks inward. as a conduit, I can bestow divine energies. What effects does that have for me, and also of this world? How far does that influence go?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
As far as you wish for it to go.
I will be honest with you. There are people that I do care about. And I only care about, for the most part, them, and making sure that we are alive and we survive. It wasn't our intention to be here. However, I'll do what I must to make sure that at least they survive. And if being a conduit assists them, but also has some sort of influence that not only affects me and, of course, something else that concerns me, maybe I could shake your hand on this. But these crystals, are they tied only to emotions? Because all I feel is hatred. And from what I sense, this is coming from you. Are you feeling such strong hatred for what happened to you? And will this hatred affect not only me, but also those I care about?
The tedium of your caution will hold you back. I make no guarantees, for I tell no lies. Hatred is within all creatures that have a thinking mind. The land itself hates. What crimes have been committed against it?
That is a fair point. One of many emotions and one of many facets to be utilized. Luka thinks to himself, as long it remains useful. Luka stands back up and looks about the room. Can I get like a short description of what this place looks like? Because he hasn't looked anywhere else besides this dragon standing menacingly in front of him.
You don't really know where you are. The ground is soft and ashen. The roots of the tree that hold the dragon's prison seem to be connected to some unseen, cavernous kind of root system. You think you might be underground, but you're not sure.
Okay. Give me 1 second to think, please. All right. I've decided that I will try to free you. I feel like, well, based on what you told me, going to the dream will be a folly. It just feels or sounds that it will be more of a risk, but it is a great risk. But if I go to the town, Drakenholm? That's
Dra-
the name of the town?
Yeah, you've heard of it before. It's the capital.
Oh, Drakenholm. I'll retrieve that key there. And then retrieve the one in the dream. And promptly come back to free you. If that is the quickest way to right the wrongs, I'd rather do it that way.
The decision is yours, Conduit. It matters not to me, as long as I am free.
You're imprisoned for telling the truth. That, to me, is not fair. So I'm going to free you.
Very well.
And
as a show of good faith, I offer this guidance. The way back to your body is long and arduous, although it will pass as an instance within the waking realm. Walk along the roots of this tree, and I shall guide it back to you.
okay. But before I go, may I have your name?
I am Osiris.
And I am Menial.
Good luck, Conduit.
Menial bows to the dragon and walks along the routes as instructed.
I destroyed what little of my voice I had left for that.
I am so sorry, but thank you.
Alright, give me a second.
The legend. I hope your throat is okay, by the way.
No, it is not okay.
No. I would share my cough drops I am holding with you.
The codeine's finished.
Oh my god, guys, I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
Okay. So in character, that'll happen in about the couple of minutes. And everything went down with the crystal being exploded and all that shit.
He's back in his body.
Yeah. And you've been walking with the rest of your party towards where they think the Dreammaker for the Chromatic Storm is, so that they can enter the dream and set about their task.
Okay. So he's just
So it's at this
walking
point
up.
that I think it is prudent for the party to discuss what happened if Luca wants to reveal anything that happened, as I'm sure that his revelations will have an impact on other people's decision making. And then there is, of course, what Sera and Effie think about that specifically, as it would obviously lead to the discussions that they had with me.
Okay. Oh, give me like one more second. I'm still finishing up notes.
Sure.
In character, and obviously you're the DM, but would it make sense for us to like camp?
Yeah, we can do some camp RP.
Camp RP. Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's important for Luca to reveal that stuff if he wants to. Because obviously that's going to have an impact on what you and Sera are wanting to do and everybody else is. It's just important.
Not necessarily, but...
Well, okay.
Okay. Camp RP. He wouldn't like talk about this if they're
Is there a
on the
camp
road.
map?
I think I have one here somewhere.
New
Or
map?
we can just...
New
Peter
map.
mine.
Ooh. Oh,
We can just mine to connect it. It's cool. We're gonna be here for like 10 minutes.
Let's
It'll take
try for
longer to
10
load it.
minutes max.
It's gonna load into the next. It's gonna take longer to load into the next map. Damn.
I know. We could just theater of the mind around this area if we
There
want.
you go. Now you're camping.
Cool.
Darkness?
Ooh.
I sit,
My
I
only
sit
friend?
on the
Rock.
dragon skull as a bench.
Oh,
Does anybody have a camper's kit? Right? Or can we make a couple of tents?
Challa makes a couple
they're
of tents.
mine.
Challa makes a bunch of tents.
Challa, I see you're doing a good job pitching tents right there.
Oh, this is when he was still mad, right?
No, this is after.
Oh, okay.
This is after you and I made out and
Okay. Okay.
we decided to go to the chromatic.
Yes, it's my specialty. I've been pitching tents since I was a boy. I started pretty young, you know.
Can you do me a favor, Zahaab?
Yeah.
Can you roll me a performance check? I want to see how well you're pitching that tent.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Wait. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not in the toolbar anymore. Okay, one sec. I can do this.
Oh no, there's like nothing in the toolbars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's decent. The pegs are in the
It's
ground.
slightly above average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of gives you a clap.
An excellent job pitching that tent, Challa.
Good job.
You want any help, dude?
He's so small. How can he help?
Yes.
How far have we been traveling?
No.
Couple days.
Well, I must tell you something. And it's what I
Me?
saw when I touched the crystal. All of you.
Maelie crosses her arms and comes forward a little bit. So you're just saying that you saw something too?
I did. And I saw a lot of things, strange things. But when I touched the red crystal, I felt the hatred. And that hatred took me to a place I have no idea where. But when I came to, falling through all that anger, that hatred, that strong emotion, I came in front of a dragon. And that dragon is bound. It told me the truth about dragon kind. The storm is breaking. It's incomplete. And it was the elders that decided it for this to happen. Essentially, it was already known that this was going to happen, that they were going to die out. We were made, in a sense, to extend their lives, quote unquote, their ambitions, their dreams. They're afraid of death, and they sought to seal themselves or pieces of themselves in their kin, which is us. And ultimately, us being, part of the dream, they changed that too. We are sponges to emotions. And also, this dragon that I met, it was bound to one of hatred, I believe. So, I asked it, what was the best way to fix this problem? Because I did say that us trying to fix the storm in the dream was what we were trying to do. But it wouldn't fix anything. He has the answers. His name is Osiris. And there are 2 wardens that we need to defeat to free him. One in Drakenholm, and the other in the dream. I need to retrieve those keys to free him. And he, I believe, will fix the wrongs that is happening in Dragonstar.
Luca, are you sure this thing had no effect on your mind or any sort of... Do you still hold the sanctity within yourself?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I
That
do not...
crystal did a lot to a lot of us.
And I don't mean to prod or poke as if this isn't true. I'm perfectly willing to accept it is, but... You seem far too gallant and on board with this creature's plan after just meeting it for a moment.
I do not sense this creature lied to me.
And
But at the same time, to be honest, I do not ultimately care all too much what happens on this realm. I care that we survive. And if one of these things, getting off of this realm, this world, is helping to fix this issue of the dying lands, then I'm going to seek that out the quickest way possible. And if Osiris has the answers, or if he knows a way, then I'm more keen on helping him. Just to help us.
I believe this is why the dragons have left rules and laws to be created by the humans. Because each dragon has their own agenda.
Oh. And Challa, a bit confused by Luca's response, turns to Seino. And Seino looks really, really uncomfortable in this discussion and what Luca's had. He almost takes a step back in this moment. Also, I'm playing Seino because Rainzz isn't here, chat. Seino seems very uncomfortable. Takes steps back, kind of observes the party for a moment. Challa, quite unimpressed with Luca's response, is a bit taken aback.
Luca, Chadra will ask. Tell me, do you know of this dragon's intentions? Are they pure?
I do not.
And yet you have agreed to release him.
I did. Because he told the truth. That's why he was imprisoned.
So says himself. How do you know he has not lied to you?
There is that. I contemplated that. Just for a moment, but I don't really care. These people do not concern me, or should I say, the giant kind do not concern me. All I care about is you. You guys.
But if you say you don't care about the dragon kind or the dying lands, why do you proclaim as well that you wish to save the dying lands? It doesn't make much sense. It does not...
Saving the dying lands gives us a faster way to get off this place.
Okay.
Seems a slippery slope.
What do you mean by that, Irha?
Well, it's quite simple, really. If this creature was imprisoned by his own kind, it was done so for a reason. And you say you do not care if he has told you the truth or not. and you imply that you're doing it so that we may leave faster. How, in your calculations, have you not also considered that the releasing of him may make it impossible for us to leave?
It may.
As well as he gave you quite a hefty task. This is a lot to do, no?
Indeed. I find it strange that you would take such a monumentous task for yourself and therefore us, if you did not even care.
I do care.
Okay.
When I say that I do care, I want to make sure that we do what we can to survive. But at the same time, I'm also considering the things that we would need to return home. I feel that Osiris, even though he was, in the moment, insidious, why would he go so far to not help, but tell me who I am as well? He told me I was a conduit, someone who was at least of some sort of an asset, something
Luka.
that could help. However, if just being one piece of a fraction that could assist not only ourselves or find a way to remove ourselves from a situation that is already failing, then why not try? Sometimes you must put blind faith, even if the intentions might be a bit skewed.
But Luca, you understand why I have been so reticent to what you are saying. You have never done this before. Surely your mind has been altered in one way or
Luka,
another.
if all you wish is to go home, I can take you home right now.
Oh.
Does everyone want to go home?
No,
There's a
I'm
lot
exactly
of rich
where
stuff.
I should be.
Challa, do you want to go home?
He thinks for a moment. He ponders. No, not particularly.
I want to go home, just not yet.
I
Then
don't
my next
think...
question is, do you want to stay on Dragonstar?
Not particularly.
Do you want to stay on Dragonstar, Effie?
No, I want to get all their stuff and then go home.
Maelie?
Do you want to stay in Dragonstar, Maelie?
I don't see what difference it makes.
Gobbles?
Gobbles will whisper in Chadra's ear. And the Chadra will give him an apple, so he will shut the fuck up. And then Chadra will say, I am afraid that we have come to an impasse. And Chadra will cross his arms. There is far too much confiding in evil forces. It is bad enough that we are, he'll give some bombastic side eye towards Sera. And will say, it is bad enough that we have to consort with devilry of any kind. But you are tapped into hatred. It is too much. It is too much. It is completely too much.
But do you feel anger from me?
But
Do you feel hatred from me?
the problem is that if another being that obviously is antiposed to the being that talked to you, Osiris was it, and said the same thing, would you be just as easy to convince of doing a completely opposite task? You're not a person of faith, Luca. You've never been. Why now?
Logic also does not follow. Banning emotions, the logic is not there. If the elders were afraid of dying, they created humanity to prolong their race. The logic doesn't follow.
Also, it doesn't make sense to free one and piss off the rest of them if our goal is to get off of here.
Yeah. Surely would be...
I have freed a man before who opposed my very wizarding rank. And it took me on a path I did not foresee. I dare say it took me on the path that has made me what I am today. If you are making this choice, it will impact all of us.
Also, dig his class.
Dig. Does she know about that?
Luca?
No, I think
Oh wait, oh sorry. Sorry. For a second I thought I heard you say something else and I was like, wait, what?
No, I said, remember Dagus class?
Indeed, Chatterer will say, remember him?
We freed him, and granted it was a group decision, and then we all got extremely powerful off of some kid's soul, and then he decided to cause havoc around Conflux.
yes, our first mistake.
I don't think it was a mistake, but
I do, Chatterer will say.
Effie flexes.
Alright, well, Chatterer will also flex.
Effie flexes better.
Oh, no, you do not.
Either way.
But
Go ahead.
But we are off to the dream now. Do you wish, just for the immediate impasse, do you wish to not go to the dream and chase what you want to chase? Or do we just head there and chase this other goal? Can they be done concurrently?
It's the dream.
They can be. They can be.
What do we get if we help Osiris?
That I do not know. But I do hope. I wish that means that we can leave this place. Since it sounds from most of us, we do not plan to stay anyway. So what if they piss each other off, quote unquote, or fight each other? That does not matter to me.
Have you forgotten that dragons are everywhere?
They
in the
are
Astral
everywhere.
Sea, which is how we got here in the first place. If we leave and we pissed off all of the other dragon storms.
The origin of magic is here, Luca. The choices we make will have far-reaching implications. And I come back to my earlier question, if all you want is to leave, I could take you off this planet now.
Luca doesn't wish to leave without us, and many of us wish to stay. I believe the best thing to do is that we are all still hoping to go in the same direction, and we'll gather information as we go along. And if Luca wishes to do this, I am not one to stop them. Yes? If anybody else wishes to stop Luca from doing this, they can do it in the moment when when we've come upon the impasse, no?
Sounds to me, Luca, you need to figure out what your convictions are.
No, I know them. And I'm not taking your invitation to go. I'm staying with them. However, I'm
what
doing
are your
what I
convictions?
can. I said it plainly. I care only about them and nothing else.
So you live for this group of 6?
I do. The moment I woke up.
Then why did you make an agreement with a creature no one else here has met?
There are a lot of things. 1, interactions, relationships that we are all not aware about. But at the end of it, we all choose to stick together. And me meeting this creature is a potential solution. And I would hope that hearing the solution, possible solution, that this may be something that would interest you guys. It does interest me, as this is someone, a creature, not only that does it give answers for myself that I have been curious about since my awakening, but could also probably shed some light to things that we have far more curiosities about. It has been here, or that creature's been here, before all of this happened. And I'm sure if you met this one, you would have asked aplenty.
So you made this agreement to understand, in search of knowledge.
Yes, you could say that. A part of that was for me as well.
It would be fruitful in the future for you to explain it that way, instead of waving your hand around that you do not care what happens around you. It is distinctly different.
Oh, I would. But maybe if you had more relationship points. I'm just kidding.
I am
maybe-
thou! Sorry.
Maybe if we get to know each other more, Sera.
Either way, I think I like Challa's idea. We're only a day or so away from the Soul Anchor. I think we should still head in that direction, and if we're in the dream and we come across your thing, Luca, which I don't know if you've ever been to the dream. I have. Sera has. It's impossible to predict what is going to go on in there. But if we do happen to come across it, we can decide then.
No. The last time I was in
I
the
would like the
dream,
option.
I was with one of the most powerful wizards I've ever met, and he chose not to use magic. And if he didn't use magic, well, I have no idea how we're going to do any sort of combat in there.
You
Sera,
stab him with the pointy end.
did he say why he didn't want to use magic?
Well, I can only imagine it's because he didn't want to attract the attention of the gods, which is what we ended up doing anyway. Which is also why I prayed to Woad, and we are allowed entry and exit.
So it sounds like we're good then.
Stay on the path, at all times.
Thumbs up.
Find the warden. Defeat him if we can. I would like to keep my promise.
Defeat him?
Sera's gonna give a significant look to Maelie before sitting down. She thinks Luca is wavering on all sorts of convictions and made an agreement spontaneously. But if Maelie believes Luca, Sera will.
Bombastic side eye.
All right. Should we all turn in for the night?
All right.
I think I do need the rest. Seems about right.
Chad will put on his
Blue, blue,
sleeping.
blue, blue, blue.
He put on his pajama cap, and then will pose his way into the ground.
Is he at like one of the
Oh,
1800s British sleeping caps?
Yes, a British sleeping cap.
Wait,
Oh
those
my
caps are
God.
British? We just call them caps over here.
You have one, Zahaab? Please tell me you do.
No, dude.
Why not?
Well, he's got to sleep in.
No, I'm not part of the aristocracy.
I got one of those, I guess.
I'm not part of the aristocracy.
Yeah.
I'm going in the girl tent with my girl.
There's all sorts of slobbering noses as Moto's
Ooh.
devouring. What was the book that I brought? The
Yeah.
book on first humans? Does that have a title? Look.
Yeah.
Nope, just book on first humans.
Effie,
Rented from the Luton archivist.
The Luton.
Effie reads through the Dragons for Dummies pop-up book that she got.
Blue, blue, blue. Challa,
Moto, what do
challa.
we know about the first humans? Oh, go ahead, guys. You guys go first.
Effie shows the pop-ups of the various dragons to Sera as she's reading through it.
Challa cuddles what does what all anti-aristocratic people do as they go to sleep, and they cuddle up with their favorite knife, and he goes to bed by.
Maelie rolls her bedroll out next to Ayaza and takes one of the books that she took from the store back in Ridro and starts to furiously write inside the cover. And then when she's done writing, she closes the book, tucks it back in her dress, and goes to sleep.
Sera,
Hmm.
look at this red one. So glittery.
He is rather handsome.
She flips to the next pop-up.
Ayaza
Well,
will
Luca-
stare at you while you sleep, Maelie.
It's very disturbing. But yeah, Luca will continue to look up at the night sky and watch the stars.
Also, hey, look at this, guys. Whoa! Wow!
Whoa,
What am I
wacky.
looking at?
It's so cool.
It's
How does
so
her hair
cool.
Animated
Animating.
token. That's all Nara. Shout out to Nara.
Want to start making animated tokens for people? Because look at that shit. Look at her hair.
Oof.
moving.
Really cool.
Better start
Winky out
saving.
here? Is
The
it just
price tag
Sera?
was a lot.
Ow, my head hurts. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh. Sera. Look at the blue one. I think this is my favorite.
Moto, what do we know about the first humans here?
Ignored.
What?
What do we know about the first humans here?
Let's see. They were created, to be kind of like a... Well, they were created for many different reasons. First, as a reusable kind of fighting force. But then when they realized that their spirits were innocuous and were able to essentially take on grafted emotions, they decided to start to approach to use them for all sorts of different tasks. The servant nature of humanity views them as kind of like tools, I suppose. So essentially, these people use the first humans to, the dragons use the first humans for basically everything. As a technological sort of... How can I put it? Imagine if you had something that you could do with something else and it was more convenient, so you used that thing over and over again until you became dependent on it. It's kind of like that. And then...
My unseen servant doing my ironing.
Yeah, except they're not unseen, and they're right there. Yeah, it's kind of like that, I guess. But what's most interesting is that the codependence that the dragons had was something that was never really challenged until the rise of Cassius. It was almost seen as a sort of accepted way of existence, strangely enough.
Tell me more about Cassius.
He's considered the god of humanity. He's a member of the Blue Pantheon. Essentially, he was the human that led the human rebellions against dragonkind, specifically in the Exiled Storm, is where he kind of took hold. And from his example, all humanity started to break free. Although, strangely enough, there is a bit of rumor around where he actually was born. Some people believe that he was born on Dragonstar. Others believe that he was born in... He was born in Verum, but specifically Calcatesh. But there are also some that think that he wasn't born at all, but he was planted. Yeah, but those are all just theories, really. What is clear is that Cassius is the reason why humanity has its freedom. So, go figure. Real proactive guy. Really into chains.
So Cassius is a deity these days.
Yeah.
I don't suppose he's our original Oathbreaker then, is he?
Well, technically, oaths have to be willing. They have to be agreed on. And slaves, by definition, are not willingly slaves. So, so no, he's not an Oathbreaker, because there was no oath that he made. At least, not in that way, I suppose. I know that Babylon doesn't really have a problem with Cassius. At least, well, he has a problem with everyone, but not any more specifically to Cassius. Oh, well, I guess he doesn't have a problem with... Well, I guess he does. It depends on how you... It's complex. Everything's so complicated.
She'll narrow her eyes at Moto to get him back on focus.
What? You asked me.
Who do you think our Oathbreaker would be? A dragon or a human?
I mean, well, it could be like the first Oathbreaker on this world, or it could be the first Oathbreaker in the era. I mean, I don't think it's referring to like the actual first Oathbreaker. I mean, that would be ridiculous. I don't even know who that would be.
Me neither. I was hoping this book would help to wave it around the air like it's a useless book.
He'll start rolling around on the ground like a dog. Well, I think the best thing to look for is just acts of oath breaking, and I'm sure we'll find something. So maybe not so much focus on the person, but on the oath itself and the breaking therein. So I think
there was the mention of the tablets that were broken.
Yeah.
That's in Drakenholm.
And that'd be a place to start, because anything that was written down is certainly going to be more potent of an oath.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I do think something is quite strange. I've been listening to all of you kind of ram about and kind of go over everything. Here's something I don't get. If the dragons were really going to entrust humans in order to make their decisions for them, then that means they would have had to give them the appropriate amount of sentience and intelligence in order to do that. Right? Or else what would be the point? So, therefore, one might even be able to stipulate that intelligence given to them by the dragons, well, surely they would have known what would happen next. My point is that if the whole reason is that dragonkind is reciprocating into itself, making a race that can be imprinted so easily on would mean to me that they are essentially setting themselves up to repeat the whole history they're trying to avoid. And if that was the case, then why do it at all?
He'll wiggle some tentacles around.
I think there's something deeper there.
They also have prophecies, so it would stand to follow they were quite aware of what they were doing.
Possibly. Or maybe there's something else going on and we just don't have the full picture.
Perhaps there's some sort of external influence, you're saying?
Maybe. Or maybe there's a more internal one that we're just not seeing. I mean, remember, it's been said that every dragon has its own agenda, so who's to say that the ones that we've already met that explain the damn rules to us don't also have an agenda?
Would make sense to me.
Hell, I think that when we get into the dream, we're going to be seeing a lot of truth, because that's one place you can't really lie, is the dream.
I do seem to trust Woad more than any entity I've met here.
Yeah, most people can trust Father Fear because he has no reason to lie.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
Unlike this Osiris individual, a complete unknown.
Yeah, the way I see it, a prisoner would say anything to get out of prison, right?
Agreed. I find it very odd. She'll look over at Effie. I find it very odd your cleric, she'll say that word weirdly, would so readily agree to that type of, wow, sounds like almost an oath.
Above table, your whole conversation with Moto, that was all in your head, right?
Oh no, that was out loud.
That was out loud.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I just didn't know if you were sitting there
No, she wasn't quite that rude.
But you were just sitting there in your own mind.
Straight ignoring
and then all
Effie.
Of a sudden, then all of a sudden, you were just like, cleric. Yeah, I mean, and she's whispering, by the way. It's a little weird. I think that if Luca wanted to protect the group and use this as a way to protect the group, wouldn't it be a group decision instead of committing all of us to something that we have no knowledge about? But at the same time, I don't have any room to talk. I've also made decisions based off of what I thought was good for the group.
Yeah.
I have a distinct feeling Luca was not considering what was best for the group.
I also can understand that you meet something that seems like a great and powerful being, and you have to watch what you're saying, what you do, which is honestly why I follow Sekal Q's. He's a pretty cool dude. But you, in the gravity of the situation, you may commit to something that you may end up regretting.
What did you want to say, Moto?
I was just gonna say, imagine deciding to go do something out of your own interests and then having your entire group go along with it.
She'll give him a significant look.
He'll lean back because he doesn't care.
Yeah, imagine that.
Okay. Maelie, can you sleep with a Yaza staring at you, breathing heavily?
Sure. Can he see my dreams? Because he's a nightmare?
Sure.
Cool. They're not good.
While sleeping, Gobbles will immediately redo Chadra's hair. The poop smith is now appropriately handsome. And Gobbles will go to sleep. Like this. Alright, Luca, what do you do?
He's looking up at the stars. He's been staring at it for a while. There's not much that he's doing. He's just like ready to go.
Hey, Luka!
Yes, I know.
Are you feeling okay?
Why is he Canadian?
As far as I know, I'm fine. I've always felt fine. Nothing more.
Are you sure? It feels like a lot's happened to you.
Yeah, a lot has. But I'll be fine.
Okay. We'll sit here next to you if that's fine.
Sure. I enjoy the company.
So,
One relationship point went up.
so do you think, what we're doing is the right thing, eh?
In what regards?
Well, I mean, just think about what's happened to us. You know, we were on another continent and then, like, we got all morphed up. And we were souls in other bodies, yeah? And then we came over here and, you know, I'm sorry to say, but I think we've done a lot that we don't really know what's going on. And here we are, and there's a lot of convoluting and consorting with demons, and I just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, eh?
If I had to be honest with you right now, I don't think we are really doing the right thing. He air quotes. We've just been surviving, doing what we've had to do since we awoken the second time. Like, think of what Effie said when she first woke up. She wanted to go back.
Yeah.
She wanted to find a way back to Calcatesh.
Yeah,
But as soon as we woke up,
but she did.
we were on the ground.
Like, did you hear what she just said, eh? She doesn't want to go back yet. And I'm just getting
Of
worried.
course she doesn't.
I'm just getting worried that there's a lot of... Look, I know that you touched, like, a crystal made of, like, hate or whatever. And, well, I recently had to explore my own negative emotions. And, I'm just saying, like, you gotta be careful. You could do something you don't really intend to do. The promise of power in exchange for what that hatred's gonna ask of you, I think it's gonna cost you more than you know. Hell, it may even cost others. Bombastic side-eye as he looks over at Maelie.
Why are you looking at her?
Oh, no reason. Anyway, I just want to make sure that you're okay, eh?
I think I'll be fine. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that I've come to realize that I have yet to understand. And I hope that in seeking these answers, I'll come to a better resolution.
Okay. Guten Abend.
One thing Seino would add. Sorry, it's Rainzz gave me a little dog before I left. Sorry, it was AFK for him, but he would say, "You made him Canadian, right?" So,
Yeah, I made him
so did it feel good, eh?
Feel good to touch the crystal.
Yeah. I don't know what Canadians sound like. I'm at the other side of the planet. I was just.
Did it feel good, eh? Touching the crystal?
It felt like I was consumed.
I was a boot to do that myself.
About to do what?
Something similar. Anyway. Good night. Talk to you later.
Guten Abend.
Okay.
Poutine.
Poutine. Alright, Seino will lay into a pancake and cover himself with some maple syrup and go to sleep. I don't know why I made him Canadian, dude. I just did it.
I'm picturing Monty's right now.
Hey?
I'm picturing Justin Trudeau in his in his outfit when he painted himself as Challa.
No.
No.
Effie, I have a very important question for you.
Yeah, what's up, girl?
First, Moto, has Velas gotten back to us?
Oh yeah, let me check our messages. He'll open his inbox, seeing that it's empty. Wait, hold on. Here's something here. Let's see. Please your man with oh, never mind. That's spam. No, that's nothing.
Effie checks her Seckle phone.
He left you on red. God damn it!
Bro.
Her Seckle phone.
Yeah. Effie's really on red right now.
Nah, another reason not to like the gods.
To get.
I think
Just leave you on red, bro. That's a toxic relationship right there.
I want to find the Oath Tablets, Effie.
Yeah.
From what I understand, those are in Arcadum.
Uh-huh.
I know the way to the Soul Anchors, but you have the map.
I do. I do, in fact, have the map.
May I see it?
What do I get?
What do you want?
Let me hear your plan.
Well, from what I've witnessed over the last couple of days, this is a very disjointed group. Well, I don't intend to leave them forever. I don't think it is worth the effort of attempting to sway them on what I need to do. She'll give Effie a look right into her eyes. Does she still have her sunglasses on?
No, since we're going to sleep, they're on top of her head.
She'll put her pupilless green eyes straight into Effie's.
Oh no.
She does not break the stare.
Kiss her.
I need to find what I thought was a soul to sacrifice to Babylon. And I know there are those in this group that will attempt to stop me from that. Will you?
No. I am probably one of the only people here who actually follow a god. If Babylon is telling you to do something, you have to do it.
Yes. He specifically requested, what you heard me discuss with Moto, that I find I thought was an individual, but perhaps it's something else. But I find what was the original broken oath for, I suppose, Dragonstar. And it sounds like the best place for me to start this is on Dragonhome. And I would much rather do that than risk losing my soul again in the dream. At least not yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Sera. There's a couple of things here. Number one is I don't think anybody else here in the group is gonna go for this. Except for maybe Luca, because he mentioned something about Dragonholm. But even then, we'd be heavily outvoted. Number two, we still have to do our original task here. And that requires us to go to the dream. I will agree to help you with this first. And maybe you follow us, maybe you don't, but I would then go to the dream. I need to finish what we agreed to do.
I am interested in understanding two things that seem rooted here on Dragonstar. Taladon's origins, and also the origins of magic. And it also seems that both of those things could be answered in the dream. Or at least further understood, perhaps not answered. But from what I understand, my agreement with Babylon will further, she'll gesture towards herself, will further this. And the more corrupted I am, the more control I have of my corruption, which I don't think Luka has any. The stronger of her mouth will grimace a little bit at this word, of an ally I will be to this group.
I can care less about power. I can care more about gold. So...
Well, it is a capital.
It is. And if this tablet may have even any importance, maybe worth something. I will help you with this on a couple of conditions. One, you won't say anything about me taking anything from the capital.
My only concern is if you are destroying knowledge.
I and Moto can attest to this. Do not destroy knowledge.
No. She doesn't. Yeah.
Good.
Number two, if we do this and you talk to Babylon, can you tell Babylon to tell Sekokyus not to stop? He's not contacting me anymore.
Oh, God.
You want me to ask my god, who rules in hell, to say hi to Sekokyus?
Yes.
She'll chuckle. If the timing is right, I will.
Okay. Then I'm in.
So we'll look at Moto. What do we know about Dragonhome?
Well, it's capital of Dragonstar. It used to be the central place in which all dragons would meet, where they would meet with a great moot, and they would decide all the different laws and governance of dragonkind. It's a gigantic place. It's huge. Like it's like double the size of a normal human city. What with all the dragons. And the most recent text that I've read, well, they depict that it's fallen into ruin. I mean, it's also the heart of the dying lands. So it's probably not going to be safe.
When have we ever been safe?
It wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, sure.
I got pelted by meat on Conflux that gave me a disease. I have never been safe.
Oh.
It's cured. Don't worry about it.
Give me 1 sec, Storm. I'm trying to find. You might remember it more than I could find it. Arcadum. I'm looking for who was the archivist, like the Grand or the Seer, the one who gives out the prophecies. We have his title.
Yeah, he was like the Grand Seer or something.
Of
Yeah, what?
of where?
So we talked in the tutorial town, Elutium. We talked to like
Elutium?
the baby seer. We talked to the baby seer who read our fates. What was his actual name? It wasn't seer. It was fate reader, maybe.
You mean the false frame, the assessor?
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Oh, the
assessor.
assessor.
It was like Grand Assessor or something.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah,
Grand
'cause-
Assessor. Yeah.
Who's
was
in the capital.
Yeah, the Grand Assessor is in the capital. Yeah.
Okay. Moto, do you think there are false frames that are still in Dragonhome?
I'll give you a big shrug. I mean, probably, maybe, but whether or not that they're like, sane or not, I guess is something completely different, right?
You saw automatons in your scouting, didn't you, Effie? Did they look like the false frames we saw in Elutium?
They seem very similar, just very disjointed. That's the right word.
Right. Well, if the... I should just fell out of my head. I'm so sorry. The Grand Assessor?
Grand Assessor, yeah.
Yeah.
If the Grand Assessor is located in Dragonhome, and if it's been... She's looking for the right word. If it's been...
Corrupted?
1 week since you
corrupted is
looked
what
at
I
me.
am. Malfunctioned? Then it may be... They're the pinnacle of their... purposes, but they may also be working against us.
But here's the thing, Sera, that you don't know about me.
Yes.
She quietly and slowly brings out her convalescence kit with the USB plug. I can fix the problem.
Hacker man.
Hacker man.
Hacker woman.
They're also whispering very quietly, by the way.
Maelie awakens.
It's enough. She pats Sayaza and goes for a walk around the edge of the camp. She's a very light sleeper.
I think, Effie, we have to use stealth. I think we avoid all engagement.
I have an idea.
Where are you going?
She holds out the map to Moto.
He'll look over at it. What?
Tongue, can you do that still?
Yeah, what? It's a map. Did you make it?
It's the one that I got from...
Oh, slap. Slaps with his tongue.
So we got that down.
What do you want?
So we know how to get there. Number 2, and she kind of takes out her notebook and does a little sketchy do of...
A sketchy do?
A sketchy do.
A little tiny sketchers?
Yes, of where they're at now with a small trail to where Drakenholm is. And she tucks the original map in her waistband. Here's the thing, Sera. I agree with you. This is something you saw the last time we tried to make a group decision. Didn't go very well. If they want to follow us, fine. If not, we're a pretty good team, I think, between my skills and yours.
Well, how easy do you want to make it for them to follow us?
I don't think that we should make it hard. She shows the little sketch that she did.
Well, I see your map. I could do an attempt at teleporting us there. I can't guarantee where we land, but that would make it harder for them to find us.
But if I leave this routing. Then they'll at least know how to get to Dragonholm.
Then let's go.
Alright, let's go.
She'll hold out her right hand and she will start, I think it's verbal, to teleport. It's all verbal. And she will start the chant of teleport. And I've never done it based off of a description before, Arcadum, but I definitely want to use like some randomness with it. I'll put all the text in the chat.
Wait, who's
Can I
being
say hi,
teleported?
Effie? I mean, not Effie, Maelie, sorry.
What?
I wanted to incite Maelie.
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Who's being teleported?
Okay, so you are trying to teleport yourself, Moto, and Effie, yes?
An Aeon, but yeah.
Okay, and you're using your inherent teleportation, yes?
Correct.
Alrighty, so let me fucking handle this.
Could I incite her state of mind? Like, Maelie's state of mind? Okay. Sorry, it's taking me multiple steps. No.
Oh, God. Alright. Let's see. I would consider that you have the description of the area. Okay. I need this for a second.
I'm so excited! What if we get a mishap storm? Would you get smushed in the tent's dead? The tent just collapses on us.
The bottom of the ocean.
Alright, here we go. Alright, that's a mishap.
Here we go!
Here we go!
Where are we gonna be?
When they teleport, is it noticeable? Like,
Yeah,
they're just
yeah,
like,
just let me
okay.
deal with this. Okay.
Could
I need the chat for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. We can just RP this out while he's doing stuff. So what is like Maelie's state of mind currently that he can see with the 16? I mean, that's up to you, whatever that reveals.
You definitely saw the sad flash across her face. And she looks unhappy but determined. That's kind of her state of mind.
Fuck.
What's making you unhappy?
He schools her face back into that tiny glare. Kind of upset that she's shown so much. It's just been one thing after another. There's a lot piling on.
I can
What do you think
understand
about?
that. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, just same for you. What you thinking about?
I'm thinking about everything. Everything that we've been through. I've thought about how we essentially woke up in a whole other world, fought for our lives. A lot of things that didn't come to plan. A lot of decisions that were made that ultimately would have cost our lives multiple times. I don't know if we've ever known peace, really. To be honest. And here we are again, going out, putting our lives on the line again. But we don't know if we'll find peace again.
Yep. Feels like the third time for me.
Third time. I'm assuming one of those was your life before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say Well, where are you from, Maelie?
Think I'm from Calcatesh, same as you.
But where in Calcatesh?
Badlands.
Is it? I don't know too much about the Badlands. I don't think so.
You're not.
That wasn't in
missing out on
character.
much.
So I was just thinking, like to myself, so what's it like in the Badlands?
Not like here. Desolate, desperate. Do what you have to get things done.
Familiar almost?
Like you wouldn't believe.
A smile runs across his face, just for a moment. How do you feel about all this, Dragonstar?
It's where I am, so I guess it's what I have to deal with. But feeling about it, I don't know. I've got too many other feelings running through my mind to focus on anything particular.
I can understand that. This whole place, everything that we've been through, it's tiring. And I would give nothing just to let it all just come to an end. If you understand what I mean. If we can just breathe for a second and not have to wonder all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He stares right back up into the stars, thinking again.
Maelie looks up with him.
What does those rolls tell us?
Yeah, does she feel crazy magic?
All right.
I assume all this conversation was happening while they
listen up.
teleport away.
Listen up.
We're trying to find out.
Okay, so I've rolled similar area after the first mishap. There are, since you chose Drakenholm as your destination, that means major cities, and there are not very many other major cities, but they are all over the place. There are 5 of them total, but I can't include Drakenholm, so there is going to be a D4.
Okay.
One of those D4s is... It's not good, so... It is. There's just a lot here that can happen. So let's roll a d4. So if I roll a 1, you guys are in some serious trouble. 2 and 3, we can basically move time forward to you casting the spell again, and you can pretty much continue your journey. Number 4, we would probably want to roleplay what happens there before you teleport out.
Okay.
So here we go.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
It's not GG yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sera and Effie take some damage, and you're gonna have to rest for a day for your innate teleport to recharge.
Can I picture the tent comes with us, so just this whole thing winks out of existence?
It actually limits what you can take with you.
I thought something about an object. It's only for flavor. If it doesn't, it's fine.
I don't care. You can take 10. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, the place that you end up in is a city that is consumed by jungle with large flowing basins of water. There are dragons there. They appear to be metallic. They're kind of all over the place. No one has noticed you there. You're kind of in the midst of somewhere completely different. So if you guys want to stay on task, then you're going to have to rest for the day and then cast it again, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to try to scout at all, Storm?
No, I don't.
Okay. Then stay on task.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I need to stack up how many days you guys are going to be gallivanting around Dragonstar with teleportation magic, and then I can catch everybody else up. Regardless, you guys are gone until they catch up to you.
Yep.
So
I did leave behind the sketchy do that I did.
yes, which won't be useful if you end up somewhere where you're not actually.
Yep, I know. I know.
All right, let's roll it again.
Bro, I don't know if I'm
Cast
stupid, but I haven't kept up with any of the conversations this entire session. I feel like I missed the game. I was here the whole time.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
That's good.
All right.
Sera does some extra hellish prayers. Gets it
Effie,
on this time.
Them
Effie kind of
teleporting out.
mimics her chanting.
All right,
back.
I have good news and potentially upsetting news.
Okay.
The good news is you arrived at your destination.
Woo.
The potentially upsetting news is it's one of the worst places you can be right now.
Oh.
Ta-da!
All right, so I'm just gonna.
Sera looks momentarily pleased with herself.
Can I ask one question, please?
Bye.
Is it like when they teleport and they have to wait for a recharge? That's a whole day. That's 24 hours gone.
Long rest. Yeah, she's got a long rest.
Oh, so 8 hours?
No, it's an entire day because it's a natural spell casting. So essentially, there are 2 days in which they are gallivanting before they get to their destination.
So they're just gone.
Yes, and here's what's more important. The map that they left you, which indicates they go to Dragonholm, is going to take you an amount of time measured in weeks to reach them.
Oh.
Yes, so there will be at least that much time in which the two of them have to survive the capital.
Oh.
It's not good. Like, I know that everybody's laughing, but I'm serious, it's not good.
Yeah,
Like,
let me scout ahead. Hey, let me scout ahead. I'll help you guys out. Stop following me. Bitch is fucking 9 months ahead of us. We can have a whole family by the time we reach them.
So, holy shit, dude. All right, so the
All right.
2 of them I'm gonna have to table because I have to make the map. I have to fucking prep all the enemies. It's
No. Just run it right now, right here. No prep. I want to see no prep in you. Like, just them first, then us. We're on protest. I'm kidding.
right,
Thank you so much. You're a great guy.
So Luca, thank you, Challa. So Luca and Maelie, you guys are just having your girl talk.
Well,
Or
Girl guy got tough.
whatever. Your nice hair talk.
Nice hair.
that's true.
And
Yeah,
then,
we do have
then
some
you hear,
luscious curly hair.
Then Maelie and Luca both hear, you guys go like, what is that? And they're just gone.
And the tent.
Yep, and the tent.
Maelie just face palms.
Luca
she
sighs
has-
very heavily.
The audacity to blame me for our troubles.
This is nothing new. I should not have expected more. Well, wherever they've gone, I'm sure they'll find their way back. Maybe.
Maelie gets up and dusts herself off and goes to check on the mana to see if she can see like which direction they went.
Well,
Luca
while
does
trying to
just-
analyze the mana, you see a little tiny sketchy do.
Luca picks it up.
You recognize Effie's handwriting / drawing skills. You see a big city with an arrow pointing to it, a line leading all the way down to the campsite, and see you soon, XOXO, Effie.
Of course she would.
And a place where she's literally kissed the paper, probably. I don't know.
I was about to add that. Yes.
Does she spritz perfume on it too? Does it at least smell
No.
good?
We have no perfume here. Sag.
Does it have eyeshadow?
Mainly, you're able to put 2 and 2 together. It seems that Sera and Effie and Moto and the tent have, through the use of high-level conjuration magic, absconded themselves most likely towards this destination of Drakenholm. So,
Well,
yeah.
I guess that means we're going to the city first and not the dream if we want to pick up our team. And she starts muttering under her breath as she kind of paces back and forth.
Can I insight what she says under her breath?
If you want to roll another insight, go ahead.
Sure.
Oh my God.
No, I actually
It's a time for Essie to curse. I can't wait.
Oh!
I've been waiting.
Please roll high.
Oh, let me hear that hard F!
Oh.
I'm not in my studio, so I'm going to go the Looney Tunes version and frickin' Rassin' because...
frickin' Rassin' Frassin'! Yes! It's even better! These two bitches!
Right? And a couple of halfling curses thrown in. She's quite upset.
Bunch of lunch dodgers.
Sacrifices I make, and they don't have the decency. Oh.
Luca puts a hand on her shoulder. And
Ooh, she jumps at that just a little, but...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spook you, but I understand your frustration. All we can do now is head there, if we so wish to, but what can we do? We're always at the whims of other people's decisions, so we need to survive and find our way there.
Maelie's just kind of like rubbing her eyes really hard, when they get all scrunchy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's just like, ooh.
Ayaza, sensing Maelie's frustration, will begin to breathe even heavier and more quickly, and will start head bobbing up and down.
Well, what do you want to do
he's
first?
missing his girlfriend.
No. What do you want to do first? Be honest.
Well, gee, if I could find Effie and Sera, I'd kick their behinds and show them what for messing things up again. But since they're far, far away from here, I suppose the best thing to do is to just continue as was planned, although potentially skipping the dream and doing that second instead of first. I think keeping the team together is important. But she says that kind of with a roll of her eyes and goes to comfort Ayaza.
I agree. We need to stay together. Or the rest of us needs to stay together.
I don't know why you have the crack horse, but I love it so much.
It's great.
He's so cute, though.
But yeah, we'll figure something out. With or without them.
Wish I knew how she was getting a hold of such high-level magics. I don't think she's very much stronger than me, but maybe I've underestimated her.
I wish I could tell you, but I have no answers. Maybe it's her staff. He recalls all the time that she just waves it around and has talismanic runes and symbols on it.
She rubs the brooch that's hanging from her dress now. I don't know that it would be just an item. It might be.
Or maybe all that knowledge. Emoto.
Maybe so. Moto is pretty handy.
But we should rest. They're not coming back anytime soon. We need to get going as soon as everyone's good to go.
I suppose you're right, but who can rest now?
Go ahead. I'll watch after you guys.
Suit yourself.
Ayaza will stare at Maelie as she sleeps.
Please don't change the token ever. I just love it. Guess we're resting, if everybody is good.
Okay. And so the sun begins to rise.
Somewhere 7 weeks away, you just hear two girls screaming.
If that's my fortune, dude, I played my cards right. Let's go.
Tradra will awaken and will notice. It seems two of our compatriots are missing. Poopsmith, I require feeding.
What is all the hubbub about?
We gotta be careful. What if something happened to them, eh? Where'd they go? I'm worried about them.
Seems
What?
they went to another town, and he
No.
shows the map. They went here, or I'm not quite sure where this is, but they're not here, obviously. So, by magical means, they might or have teleported there.
As Challa gets up and he starts to come to and realize this, and actually stands up with the crust still in his eyes and at the sides of his mouth, he starts running towards, looking around in disbelief, kind of flabbergasted in a way you haven't seen in a while. What? Did they give a reason for their absence? Did they just abscond with no notice or mention to us?
It seems so. Kind
Does
of
that really
ironic.
surprise you?
Yes.
Sorry, Luca.
Yeah.
It's just ironic to me. They went
Yes,
off and did their own thing.
Yeah. Yes.
They're
It's
criticizing a possible thing
Did they
that we
not
could
care
do
about our
to advise.
opinions? Do they not want us with them, eh?
They must have had a very good reason to do this, and I am. They must
bet
have. They
it's-
must have been stricken by something. We've all faced our own demons of might and
I bet Effie
magic
heard that
before.
Sepulchus was there.
An instantaneous reason, a reason why they couldn't have told us. It must have happened that. There is no.
Of course, a god would tell them to just go if that was a possibility, but we don't know. They're just gone.
I find this
So now
act
it's just
incredibly
the five of
selfish.
us. I agree with you.
It seems that we have no choice but to follow them. For if they were to perish, then it would make folly of all of our inclinations.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Challa will run off in this direction, hoping that the Polly actually gives him a moment. Let you guys can, as he runs off, you guys can have your talk.
No, okay.
Luca's watching just to make sure he doesn't go too far.
I'm so worried about him. Also, I
At
long
this-
rest.
At this point, I've just accepted that they're always going to do things at their own time.
I do
at
not
their own
accept such a
pace.
thing. They must have a cross wording, a talking to.
And what's that going to change?
Well, what is the other option? We must do what we can to sow peace.
We can try.
Gobbles requires food. One moment. Whoosh.
No!
He's
Did he
been
hit
fed.
him?
No, he threw food in
Oh.
his mouth.
I thought that was a slap sound.
We must make haste. Tracking home is a dangerous place, no doubt.
Well, it's the five of us now. Well, 7. Counts the 2. Let's just make sure we try our best to survive ourselves. Challa. And he goes right after him.
Meanwhile, Challa is off in the distance by himself.
Oh, he's
Okay.
he's far.
As they were discussing stuff, Challa tried to run off and get a sense. He's still like kind of. He's still bamboozled and baffled. He's discombobulated, let's say, and he's trying to rack his brain with all the possible things that could have happened, as far as he knew, because he wasn't trusting of Sera in the first place, and for him to run off with Effie, who he thought he could trust in this manner, especially after they discussed what they did last time.
And also kissing.
Pissy, yes. He's quite. He's deeply worried. To the motivations that he's considering is to the motivations, to the issues, to the problems he's considering. He doesn't even know if both of them went to the same place, or one of them was willing, or either one of them was willing. And what he does is he uses his flux sense more than he ever has, and he really tries to dig his feet into the earth as much as he can. He runs over to this beacon of hatred to see as if two things. As he runs over, he tries to use his flux sense to see if there's a residue, a link to what he can sense in terms of this teleportation. If it's something like Sera would do in the magic he sensed before. Additionally, he tries to tap into this network of hate, deep hate aura that's emanating between this crystal and all the ones that are connected in this network to it, to see if it had in some way affected their had been used recently, more recently than they saw, like
Sure, make me a survival
Luka
check.
and stuff use it. Nice. Okay.
Alright, as you analyze the crystals and try to read the hatred, it becomes difficult to look at. You dig in deep with your flux sense, but there's so much hate. It's like looking through a fog. You do know that wherever it is that they have gone, they have went towards the source of this hate. The center of the dying lands. The capital of Drakenholm.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So this, as far as Challa is concerned, this completely confirms in his mind that the crystal, this is somehow the crystal's doing. Somehow it is involved in, or caused this to happen, especially if it's so quick, so immediate, so spontaneous. He's kind of like dilapidated, head bowed down, so taking the smaller steps he can biggest steps he can muster, which are quite tiny, and he marches back to the group.
So,
I believe the crystals had led them to the source of the hatred, Drakenholm. Perhaps this wasn't the best place to bear down, after all. He's trying to hold back, like, a little bit of emotion, you know? He's kind of cracking the seams a little bit after the past couple days. What do you wish to do? March forward or go to them?
well, there's only 5 of us. And if we hope to survive, with our best odds, we need to go to them.
What if they come back here whilst we're traveling to their location? Is there any sense that they expect...
If
What?
we're not here, then they would go back, because they know that we're heading in that direction.
They left a map and didn't... How...
He shows them the poorly drawn sketch again.
Challa kind of like furrows his brow, realizing they might be right. Effie might be a bitch.
Maelie nods.
He's like, you see him furrow his brow in this like sort of sad sense. The same sense that you get, like, I think we've all been in a situation where one of our friends had a really bad partner, and we were trying to convince them the whole time, and then suddenly after they break up, like 2-3 months after, they're like, yeah, she was crazy, guys. And you're like, what the fuck? He has that same look on his face. I'm like, oh no. Maybe she... Oh no, guys.
It's a classic. We need to go over there.
I will hold out hope, okay? But let us go there as quickly as we can.
As safely as we can. We need to be alert. We don't have our scout anymore, so do what we can.
Indeed.
And Luca lines up with Challa to
But we have
be headed around.
But we have the only mage we needed. Finger crossbows.
Maelie straightens her hat and goes to Irha and says, hey, you sure you're okay with skipping out on the dream and going to the city first? I know
Our
you were pretty
comrades are
adamant.
of the utmost importance. We have to save them. But they will be given a most thorough chastising. A dressing down, if you will.
Most definitely.
Seino, after making sure he cleaned up his bedroll and his area for the day. Yay! We better go after them, eh? Can't leave no friends behind. Hey.
Yeah.
Good thoughts.
So let's get on with it.
Maelie nods to Irha and goes to line up.
We're not about to leave them behind.
Oh no, the shame.
This will definitely cool Effie. This will definitely cool Effie.
Like, Sera, we need to go back.
I feel an intense drawing.
Okay. Challa pulls out his compass and he just starts to
Resonation of my
go.
lower chakra.
Your spiritual
You
colon.
know,
My
I
spiritual
took.
My-
Oh god.
You know what? You know that's a real thing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Certain positions help you relax your spiritual colon. It holds a lot of tension, you know.
Oh god. Alright.
Oh goodness.
Alright, listen up.
Yeah.
So now I'm being put into a pretty awkward position.
With your spiritual colon?
Yeah, that's it. So what I'm
What
gonna
is
do
it?
what I'm gonna do is this. For the interest of time and efficiency, I'm going to just roll through all the events that happen on your guys' way there.
Okay.
So that I can see how many fucking no-nos that I have to prepare for.
Oh no.
Alright?
Yeah.
Because, fuck, dude.
Can we? Will we not come into
So
like
here's...
will we not come to a pass where we can like interact with like nature or something to reduce the no-nos?
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to roll them. Yeah?
Okay.
So depending on how I roll, it can make your journey go quite quickly, or it could slow it the fuck down, especially if it's bogged down in combat. There's also the fact that while I'm doing that, I have to decide what I'm going to do with StormEdge and Sera, who are in one of the most dangerous places on this planet. So our next few sessions are going to be weird, guys. There's probably going to be some sessions where, like, you might not get to actually play while being there, yeah? Because I'll have to get through this somehow. So
Yeah.
I think the easiest way for me to do it is to go real quick. I'm just going to roll out what happens to you guys in your journey to Drakenholm. So that way next session I can focus on Sera and Effie and resolve their stuff and tick down the things that are happening so that you guys can get there. If I roll combat encounters, then what I have to do is after I deal with them, the next session after that, I'll have to deal with all of your guys' events leading up to them, and then hopefully we can get everybody back on like equal chronological footing.
Can we talk about stuff that we'd be like comfortable doing and the methodology we'd like to do this off stream at some point, like right after this? If
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
But basically,
Logistics.
I got nothing else for you because I have to do a fucking. I have to basically
Can
run
you
two
ru-
campaigns.
Can you run the first two rolls?
Well, I can just roll all of it. That's what I was gonna do. But if you guys
right
wanna
now?
Yeah,
that's what I was
he's
gonna
saying.
do.
That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. Is he's saying he's gonna roll all of them. That way he knows what he needs to prep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Mhm.
All right.
Let's go.
What's
Alright.
your
So the tables are done. My man's ahead of the game.
So what's the party survival check now?
So
Just the 5e?
my survival.
Yeah.
Wait, Luca has the highest survival.
I'm not gonna rely on that
So
too
what-
much.
what's-
but
Who's
yeah.
got the highest
what's your-
bonus to survival?
+5? That's me.
Okay.
Do I still get advantage from the conflict stuff? Can I assist Luca?
It's
and
better that
us-
you assist Luca. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I assist Luca.
Okay.
All right. In that case, you're approximately 2 weeks away from Draken home, so it's 14 days. Oh, let me get my shit together here.
Yeah,
Wait, it's only 2 weeks? Wait, it's only 2
turned
weeks?
into 2 months on Conflux.
Yeah, if it's only 2
before
weeks,
we can get to him.
It's
if
2
it's
weeks
only 2 weeks,
base.
that's not that deep. That's
2
not
weeks
that deep.
base. Well, I could roll.
Chilla costs good, Barry. He starts hiding about. No need for rations. Just eat magical food.
Yeah, remember that 2 weeks and it ended up being like 2 months of IRL time?
Yeah. But like,
That's why I'm trying to make it efficient here. By just
Yeah.
well, it's
doing
gonna be,
it.
but it's gonna be a montage. It's fine. We're not gonna actually.
Montage.
We're just gonna narrate. We're not gonna even roleplay, right? No way we die on the way
What is
there.
that? Winky face.
I should start doing the thing that I always do before sessions in Conflux is say that we're going to die and we never die.
Yo, by the way, I didn't notice this till right now. Roxa, your spell sheet is insane.
I know. It's crazy.
You're fucking cracked.
I got okay. I need to like organize it. Wait, do you mean my spell sheet on Excel?
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I had to go in there. I had to organize it. It was bothering me too much.
Oh. Oh no, Luca, don't eat that. No. Oh. No, she. Oh no, we're gonna have to
What do you
stop for
mean?
3 days.
It was for science. Oh
I don't
god,
think
all
we
these
should-
rolls.
I don't think we should trust this leaf. It's not really pointing the right direction.
Like your compass.
But it doesn't work here, no?
Excuses.
I think I need to teach you how to find north. You see this moss over here?
Yes.
It grows in the direction of the sun.
Are you sure that's true on Drakenstar as well?
Good point. The sun angle might be a bit different. Oh goodness. I'm getting scared.
Okay, we're gonna roll 100 and be zapped to heaven.
Don't be scared. The dice know. Come on.
They know. They know. You're right. The dice know.
Hey,
Let's
hey, chat.
manifest.
Hey, chat. The next thing you write, the next thing the next person writes in chat will happen to us on the journey. Make it nice, okay, chat?
Put a rainbow at the end. And they live happily ever after.
Come on, I'm actually. Okay.
So excited.
The first thing I saw was you fight a god. Thank you, fuckface. Thank you. Hey,
You get punched in the face
hey,
by an elder
Sephiroth. Hey, M Sephiroth 22. We don't need that right now.
I like the athlete's foot suggestion.
Athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Challa's definitely got some stan going on already.
Yeah, he's got some fungus.
He's got some remix. He definitely has been trying to treat it with turmeric and nothing else for the past couple months. That is not working.
Feet are just stained with the turmeric.
Yeah, dude, he's got them yellow toes,
Yeah.
dude.
His toenails are all yellow.
Yeah, dude. Last
Cleric is asking if he has jaundice, and he's like, no, it's just the turmeric.
You can jaundice nuts. Dude.
Fuck.
Yo, we did get L's, dude. We all taking an L. Okay, by the way,
Loving all these 60s that are happening.
wait, Maelie. Okay, say about day 6. Would you have words for Challa in his moments of doubt about Effie? You think that we'd have that discussion or no way?
Yeah, if you want to, we can have it. You might not like the words, though.
Why do you think Effie left?
Why?
Yes.
Oh no.
She doesn't care about anyone really but herself.
But we have advantage. That's why. But okay, we have advantage on the all percentile rolls. You forgot the dragon gave it to us back.
Gobbles. Gobbles can sense things. Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Maelie, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The one got very distracting. You know, because despite what she says, she doesn't really care about anyone but herself, I don't think. At least that's what she's proven over the last couple of, weeks.
I don't think it's about caring. I think it's about negligence, Like, she definitely cares, and if you were to stop her and ask her, and if she was to ask herself, it'd be a quite deep feeling of worrisome and care, but as one goes about things, that just is misplaced, and one must forget, and it happens to her quite easily. She's susceptible to that more than anybody I've ever met, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, she'll definitely take things for granted, but that doesn't mean she isn't grateful if she was to pause,
Shit.
Look, Challa. I suppose you can think what you want to. But the way she's been acting to me, it just proves that she doesn't put any thought at all into what she does. I can't see any rhyme or reason to the things that she does out of, just anything other than, hey, this might get a giggle. It's not a good enough reason. You gotta have, fundamentals.
That is true. Very true. Especially now. We could all die before we see her, no?
She could die before we see her.
I doubt that. Sera would definitely die first.
Look,
if he's too sneaky.
I'll do what I can. Keep what's left of this team together. So I'm not too worried about us dying. But, I've noticed how you and she have been acting. You might want to brace yourself for what we might find on the other end. Just preemptively.
Yeah, also, I see you have this strange piece of wood by the side of your leg.
Mm-hmm. That there's Clementine.
What? I've seen you use it before.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to... I don't tend to like that. I do think it's a horrendous act of crafting such a thing from what wood could be a bow, but I can help you with it, as a sign of good faith. I can give you a slight boon with that weapon, no?
I suppose. I've given you flame arrows before.
Yes you have. Challa applies one of his runes to Clementine.
Ooh.
He applies the cause translocation rune, so...
Maelie nods once he applies the rune.
You see Challa's about to apply the Dragon Fair rune, and he realizes if he was to He hesitates for a moment, and he quickly changes it to something else. In Challa, in his own mind, nobody else would realize this, but in his own mind, he realized if he does that, Effie wouldn't have resistance to dragon fear, or any sort of fear, right? And he hopes that'll help her out, so he doesn't expunge it just yet. He still believes on the inside.
Okay. So. Oh, God. So along your way to Drakenholm, I need the 5 of you to, well, I guess the 3 of you, to vote on what it is that... Okay, so there are 2 bypassable encounters, which means it's completely optional if you want to engage them. There is a pack of curse eaters. And a dragon suffering from sickness and madness. So you could choose to bypass either of those and just not deal with them. What you'd be giving up is like loot and other information.
Okay.
But what you'd be getting, you'd have to go through the combat. So.
Guys, speed run strategy, life hack, speed run strat. Okay, skip curse eaters, go dragon, heal dragon, fly to the place, take 2 days. I think that's the speed run. I think that's the speed run strat.
Yeah.
It's GDQ season, so
Yeah. I think we curse eaters, they could go fuck themselves literally, okay? And we could just heal this dragon. I don't think you guys would pass by a sick dragon. I personally wouldn't.
Can we message Rainzz? Because I know he said he was like close to his phone all the for most of the time. So
well, those are the first 2 encounters. There is an unavoidable encounter, which you visit while sleeping. It is the Carnival of Curses. So that's probably going to eat a session, as you guys have to go through super creepy Clown City.
Oh, cool.
Okay, great.
And then after that, there is a major optional boss encounter, which is automatically bypassable, in which you would have to face Malta, the Plagiarist.
Malta the Plagiarist.
Yo, I met that guy at uni. He's a dickhead.
Okay, so 2 of them are unavoidable, basically.
Yeah.
All right, but we can choose to do the sick dragon or what was the other one?
The curse eaters.
There are curse eaters and a sick and a suffering dragon from madness, and basically the same curse you saw that the Chimera was suffering from.
Okay.
Well, we don't know how to get back to Essyllta yet, teleportation-wise, do we?
No, we don't.
And the one who could teleport has left the group.
Yeah.
I'd only be concerned about doing any of the avoidable encounters and running out of supplies, like potions or bolts or arrows or anything that could be like used and not necessarily regained, because we don't have any way to get back to town.
I'm not gonna run out of arrows.
Okay.
Or I mean, if we choose to do the dragon, there is that possibility, not saying it's a surety, but possibility we could find something that could help us get back to Essyllta, but that's just a speculation point. If we deal with the sick dragon.
Is Rainzz asks, is the curse eaters or sick dragons like a fight? Like if we choose to do them, is it instant fight or is it like just meeting them?
That's not clear. It's that you'll have to deal with the encounter.
Okay.
So it could end up...
So it's not instant fight. Like, as if we agree, it's not instantly roll initiative as you walk in there, right?
I can't answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
What does it look like while we're approaching it?
Well, you get to see them from far away, so you get to see that they are. The first one, the band of curse eaters, are a bunch of like ketamined out, like homeless, knifey people.
Okay.
And the second one is a dragon that's covered with all the curse marks with shattered, like like a shattered body and stuff like that, just kind of wandering around aimlessly.
Okay. Okay. So I'm guessing Cursey is definitely fight. Like if the dragon's already broken and busted, we should be alright.
But that
Yeah.
also, if it's similar to that creature we fought, oh, I'm not too sure. Then there's also a possibility that it could be the fact that we're fighting a dragon if it chooses to, like,
no
attack
way.
us.
Yeah,
One other-
no way we could heal that curse, right? Like we couldn't heal it, the chimera either. There's no way, so we might as well skip it. It's not going to speed run us anything.
Well, and another thing, although loot is tempting,
Yeah.
the two are already unavoidable. This other third option would just be more time that we spend split apart as a group doing encounters. So that would be like, not just 2 sessions, but more like 3 sessions where it's just us 5 and not everybody. So if we want to get back together, maybe we skip them? I don't know. What does Seino say? Does he really, really, really want to meet his own people, the Curse Eater people?
Wow. He says he's typing right now. But as for me, I think we skip those two. I still want to do the dragon. It should be a quick encounter. It won't take longer than like a couple hours, I think.
I'm between the two because, of course, we don't know. We don't know if this is going to be a fight encounter or if this is like, let's solve a puzzle. But at the same time, given the current status of our party, if it becomes a battle thing, then I don't know if we can handle that on top of 2 unavoidable encounters.
Mm-hmm. And, like, it really depends on what they have to fight us with, But we're missing some really big damage.
Yeah. We are. But we do have our 2 hard hitters, or like our 2. Did Rainzz reply, or is he still typing? Oh, he muted.
Arcadum.
Yeah.
Last week, did I learn the spell from Sera, or do I still need to like study it more to cement it and learn it?
If you guys shared spells, you shared spells.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I make one more clarifying question, because this was something I was thinking about? So, my conduit staff, if I store a spell in it to attack with it, is it just gone if I miss the hit, or is it still stored in there?
No, if you miss, it's gone.
Oh, that is... Boo!
Don't miss.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Boo! I rolled a hit missing. Yeah, you can miss. Don't miss.
But like, if I store it in the staff, oh my god, words today. In the staff, in my mind, I would have thought that it would stayed there until either I change it to a different spell, or
it does until you use until you. Like, you have to. It's kind of like how Paladins might. You have to say, "I'm using it now," and then you attack.
Yeah.
You can't use it after you've hit. You have to use it when you declare the attack.
Okay. So, rolling a 23 on an AC of 24, the spell stored in the staff is gone, and it's not carried over if I hit on, like, the next round.
Correct.
Boo!
Hit.
Boom! Tomato, tomato! Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Zahaab, you breaking up on me.
Yeah. What's up, my guy? What'd he say?
He's dead. R.I.P. Zahaab.
Damn.
Damn.
You type it in our chat.
I would say, what do your characters want to do?
I know.
He would. Well.
Oh no,
Oh, his internet died.
What time?
Now it's
Luka
just two
would-
of you. Quick, make the decision.
Luca would not interact with either of them.
Do
Given
dragon.
that the do dragon.
That's what Rainzz is saying.
Oh, okay. Do dragon. Luca wouldn't want to do it in their current state. If it wasn't just the 5 of them, then yeah, but he would have done it, but currently no. That's Luca's choice.
What would Maelie want?
She'd probably want to skip, and she'd probably want to just go to the 2 that are unavoidable.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Welcome
Okay.
back.
Okay, cool. I wouldn't do the dragon. Rainzz wants to meet his fellow brethren, the curse he is, but he doesn't really care.
Okay, so not interacting.
Oh, my
That
bad.
sounds like-
Oh, my bad. He said skip everything. Skip everything. Just
oh,
get to the
okay,
rest of the pie as quickly as possible.
So,
All right. Rainzz is skip.
Yeah.
Rox
Yep.
is skip.
Yep.
I'm skip.
That's 3. All right. That's enough.
I don't believe in democracy though, so how are we gonna sort that out? I'm not like you Rousseau people, dude.
Oh my
I don't
god.
like
Anyway,
like you Rousseau. I follow
I'm
Nietzsche.
suppressing. I'm oppressing you. I'm oppressing you.
Dude, it happens every time. This is how democracy works.
The
You have to
caucasity.
oppress. You
Anyway.
have to
The
oppress.
caucasity of
All right.
this bitch.
So you guys are skipping the Curse Eaters and the Suffering Dragon, and you're dealing
Yep.
with the Carnival of Curses and Moata, the Plagiarist. All right. So this is what's going to happen. The modus operandi of this is that next session I will be doing Lolly and StormEdge and their adventures and getting them set to a certain point. The session after that, we will be doing your sessions get you caught up.
Okay.
And then, since you chose to skip those first 2, there is a possibility that by the 3rd session, we should be able to get everybody caught up. Or one of the parties will be dead and this whole thing will be way easier on me.
That would be so sick. That would be so sick. Story-wise, that is the best. Story-wise, that is the best.
But, alright then. So next session is going to be Effie and Sera in Drakenholm, trying not to die.
Cool.
Oh.
And, well, I guess that'll be talked about in logistics.
Yeah, and we'll
Never mind.
let's
Okay,
we can talk about that off stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut down stream for now. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Is there any
Thanks,
fan art?
guys.
Thanks for all
There's
the-
no fan art.
Oh, the hug. Oh, are there? Oh, let me go see it. I didn't even.
I
think.
mean, they're memes.
There's 2 memes.
Memes.
Checking for.
Where is fan art, by the way? I don't see
It's
where
on
it
the
is.
Twitch.
It's hidden. It's in a secret little forum thing now. Let me see if I can get you a
Oh,
link.
okay.
Or did you
Wait.
find it?
I found fan art, but do I just go to Edge of Twilight and scroll? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually like how this looks. Like it's really well designed.
Yeah, I like the new folders because then I can like quickly just scroll, you know,
Oh god, I have to scroll down forever.
just do the read all and it'll take you to bottom.
I didn't have that option. Couldn't find it.
All right, it's just 2 memes.
Just
No art.
Okay.
Thumbs
No
down.
art.
heartless, bitchless, and artless, dude.
Lily
all-
liver
it's
vermin.
It's Pride Month, so all the artists are out there getting cranked.
Oh yeah. They're sorry.
It's the famous
In a
fact
game.
that all. It's a fun fact that all artists are gay and they're having a great time this month.
All right.
Waymaker.
Caped Fish, thanks for the 2 years. Wow. Demon Lord, thanks for the 13 months. Saburda, thanks for the year of Prime. Zen Master, thanks for all those gifted subs. And a big shout out and super thanks to everybody here who's been supporting the channel and hanging out with me and all that good stuff. It really means a lot. So thanks to everybody there. We'll have to shut down the session for now, as I've got a lot of extra shit I have to prep for now. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, as a quick announcement, there is a chance. Actually, there is not a chance. I will not be able to run next session, unfortunately. As it is my parents' wedding. Or they're getting remarried.
Oh.
Yay!
So I thought they were having the wedding later, but apparently they moved it to 1. So I can't really do anything about it.
Boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that means I probably will also, once again, not be able to run Sagas and Solace as well, which is something I really don't want to not have to do, but because I have to go to the rehearsal beforehand. So, yeah. Unfortunately, my next weekend is kind of packed with family stuff. But after that, I should be completely open and no more nonsense. Not that my parents' love is nonsense, but... Hokely dokely. So, probably no session next week. But after that, we're good. We're good to go.
Okay.
That'll be good for me, because I have to fucking order 8 million maps for 2 people to probably try to run away immediately. So, we'll see.
Imagine if those 2 people gave you several days head up and you still weren't prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all... Actually, no, come here, you.
Let's hear it.
We've been on the same map for like 10 weeks.
You could have cast teleport and wound up somewhere completely fucking different. It's completely RNG based. Like if I had prepped all that stuff and then you ended up in one of the places you couldn't just escape from, then I'd have to prepare a completely other set of maps anyway. You know what? I'm a great DM. I'm doing it right. I don't need shit.
I've yet to hear the part about giving me teleport.
That was actually a huge mistake, dude. Dude, Sera's OP as fuck. Sera's OP as fuck. Sera makes me feel like, dude. I was actually talking about this the other day, bro. When I'm in a combat, I feel like I just shoot twice, move on. I feel like I'm playing RuneScape and I'm watching Lolly play Blade and Soul, dude. Like she's fucking comboing the fuck out of everything, hitting all the buttons. I'm just like, I'm here with my RuneScape character.
I'm like, which one of my 500 options am I gonna use?
She's playing like a Guilty Gear, like a fucking anime fighting game, just fucking juggling me. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna shut down the stream. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.